When I did Star Wars, the whole project was an exercise in reining myself in and designing a film to be able to get the maximum amount of strange environment and exciting spaceship action out of very, very little. I don't really have to rein myself in anymore.
Welcome to episode 2.
Roll, please. Action!
I would say over half the sets are digitally created. That was great. It's in essence a digital movie, so that ILM is really working on every single shot.
In general, George doesn't limit his thinking to what he knows can be done with the technology. He always tries to set the bar a little higher, and it's up to us to try and figure out, well, can that actually be executed?
You know, film is a very collaborative medium. The ILM group is just part of the team, and they're able to tell me what they can and can't do. You are the ones that has to deal with the overall picture.
I'm, for the visual effects, acting as the DP. So I'm concerned primarily with technical and aesthetic issues of putting the shots together. Rob is kind of the actors. George will direct Rob, and Rob will pass that on to his people.
We are no longer safe under their protection.
Perfect. Okay, print the last one. Be sure that the animation department gets that piece. And that's how we do it. No matter what you do in motion picture medium, it's an exercise in utilizing resources and technology.
You know, the sphere is always this object of mystery. People want to know what is it, what the hell are you doing? It's a way of sampling lighting in a particular location to see how the whole scene is illuminated.
Whenever we're doing a digital character, we always do a block through with the voice actor and Ewan in this case, so that they can get the timing and pacing and where their eye lines are.
I don't care about these stinking eye lines. Who cares about eye lines?
Then we take the voice actor away, and he has to do the scene, pantomimes the scene.
The guy who's creating that character will create their responses off how you respond to their responses that aren't there. It's a nightmare.
That'll do nicely. As we're setting up to shoot a shot, I try and project myself down the line. How are we going to actually execute this shot?
Flash.
Jason's been measuring all the camera positions, height relative to set, that if it turns out later on we need to shoot a matching element, we can recreate that camera position.
It's imperative that a match mover from ILM be on set to take set measurements and to place these track markers. Without a match mover, these track markers might not be in a shot, and it'll make it virtually impossible to recreate the camera move and to make a photorealistic environment. A day to shoot, and probably for these shots, 4 or 5 months in post.
Once we get back to ILM, John and I would meet, and he and I'll just zip through the shots, and I'll say, okay, this shot's getting really close to animation, but I'm having some problems with getting the character interact with this table. Can you help out there? So there's a lot of back and forth.
Now what do? I go to ILM every Tuesday and Thursday morning, and I go over the work they're doing. Locked out. Even I can't get past the security. I go over on the computer the characters or the specific shots that they're working on. The real breakthroughs, I think, with ILM were to take the strides and the inventions that have been created over the years and then try to streamline them and make them less expensive.
You have no idea what some of these things can look like or some of these things will be. So you just kind of, get out there and act like everything's normal.
It's challenging because there's nothing there, but it's like theater in that way, It's very demanding on the imagination.
I mean, when we started doing Star Wars, it was very hard to get a spaceship to fly and pan with it. Now it's just, we don't even think about it, it's so easy. With the new digital technology and everything, I'm pretty much, whatever I can imagine, I can do. There are very, very few limits.
Because it's not really George Lucas, it's digital reconstruction of him.